Right now at 10, cartel violence leading to a lockdown. Unalaska residents stranded in Mexico. A response from family members.
And major health care reform, one step closer. A bill that could offer better coverage for new moms.
Plus, the Viroqua volunteer who relies on faith and community to collect glasses for those in need.
You're watching WKDT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. We start tonight with developing news. A shelter-in-place advisory for Americans in Mexico is expanding.
Yeah, that's the word from the State Department. Violence there slowing but still happening after the killing of a drug cartel leader. One of the hot spots is Puerto Vallarta.
And in that area, a group from the Coulee region is desperate to leave.
News 8 Now's Jadius McGee joins us in the newsroom with the details. Jadius.
Yeah, the Onalaska Rotary Club was in Mexico for a water filter project, but woke up Sunday morning to car fires and military helicopters. Travelers say the situation escalated quickly, and the atmosphere made it clear something wasn't right.
Just the smell and the smoke in the air, it was just, you read and see things like this on the news, and you never want to experience this firsthand.
Lisa says they've been in contact with the United States Embassy, but updates have been vague. She sent News 8 some of the embassy's updates, including information on the general area and a recommendation they seek shelter and avoid areas with law enforcement. Former Wisconsin 3rd District Congressman Ron Kine says early signs suggest things may finally be calming down.
It looks like things are clearing now. The local authorities are getting things under control again. Flights are being restored. It's my understanding that the group that I was in touch with have rebooked their flights, and many of them are planning on returning home tomorrow.
Kine says while violence involving cartels can create fear, targeting American tourists would not be in their broader interest. Still, he says travelers should remain cautious until official clearance is given.
I think American citizens need to be careful and just take the necessary precautions to not expose themselves in public until they get the all clear signal from our State Department.
Now, Kine recommends travelers register with the local consulate wherever they go. That way, the State Department knows where to locate you if you're needed. Live in the newsroom, Jadius McGee, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Jadius. A Sparta teacher pleading not guilty to child abuse charges. 30-year-old Melanie Hins is a special education teacher. She's accused of hitting a 5-year-old student. It allegedly happened in October at Southside Early Learning Center. Hins is on administrative leave and free on a $10,000 bond.
Well, the Lansing car ferry reopened this afternoon. It had closed earlier today due to heavy amounts of ice coming down the Mississippi. Now, officials say they may have to shut down again tomorrow morning if the icy conditions return. Updates can be found on Iowa's Department of Transportation website. In La Crosse, alternate side parking is over. It was in effect since midnight on Saturday when the city declared that snow emergency.
Well, a below freezing start to the week. Love that, Greg. But we could be on the upswing here later in the week.
It's going to be back and forth, but yeah, we might see a day that gets warm, but unfortunately it's not going to be consecutive days too as we go throughout. We've also got a little bit of rain or snow in the forecast for some areas too. Right now we're still sitting in the teens, 20s. The cloud cover is beginning to increase overhead. You notice the wind has turned around to the south, anticipation of that system approaching too. As you plan the morning out, we're going to have some sun potentially for La Crosse early on for about early morning, potentially a lot of clouds, but notice the winds quite brisk in the morning, 15, potentially up to 20. The wintry mix with that system coming through doesn't really start touching La Crosse probably until about noon time frame. It's going to be a little bit earlier for Eau Claire, probably a brief period of light snow, maybe a little mix going in there about 10 to about noon as the winds begin to turn around from the south to the west southwest as that front begins to come through the area. So overall, if you look at the big picture right now, cloud cover is really the main story. Temperatures holding steady for the most part, but you notice down towards the southwest, they're down to about 10 or 9. They cleared out, and with a good snowpack, it doesn't take much to really get that temperature out. And there's your system approaching. It'll quickly dig southeast tomorrow, so we'll plan out back and forth, and unfortunately the back and forth was kind of deleted out there. But it's supposed to be back and forth. We got more snow, but yes, we potentially have a 50-degree day in the forecast too, and we'll explain all that a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. And a reminder, you can always track weather on your block by downloading our First Warn weather app.
The Wisconsin Assembly passed 2 bipartisan women's health bills. One bill would extend postpartum Medicaid coverage from 60 days to a full year. Now, this would allow low-income women above the poverty line to continue receiving care for conditions like postpartum depression.
Postpartum is a period that lasts a lot longer than the 6 to 12 weeks that women are usually allowed, and expanding the postpartum Medicaid coverage for 12 months is going to be huge for women in Wisconsin.
The other bill will require insurance providers to cover secondary breast cancer exams. This would apply to women that have a high risk of developing breast cancer. Both bills are headed to Governor Tony Evers' desk. He's expected to sign them this week.
The Assembly also passing a bill targeting SNAP benefits. It would prevent people from using SNAP to buy soda and candy. 18 other states have similar restrictions. Opponents of the bill say it limits options for those living in poverty, but one bill backer had this to say.
We already banned alcohol and tobacco, for instance, for purchase with SNAP benefits. Why are we allowing people to buy food that's absolute poor for their health?
Now, that bill still has to make it through the Senate.
Hinchin Elementary holding its 7th annual Read Your Heart Out today. It's in celebration of National African American Parent Involvement Day. Over 50 guests stopped by to read books, recite poetry, and share stories about African American culture, including La Crosse Mayor Shondell Washington Spivey.
Today is about Black community members coming and reading to students and really talking about the history of Black people in America, because as we know, Black history is American history.
Read Your Heart Out started 20 years ago with a Madison teacher.
Well, Moon Tunes has announced its 2026 concert lineup. The concert series starts June 4th at Riverside Park. One of the highlights is on June 11th, a Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young tribute and a Stevie Wonder tribute by Ryan Howe and the Atmosphere. All performances are free to the public. The U.S. men's hockey team arrived in South Florida today after the team beat Canada in a thrilling Olympic final game in Milan, Italy over the weekend.
CBS News' Christian Benavidez reports from Miami.
Fans in Miami gave the USA men's hockey team a hero's welcome, fresh off their gold medal victory at the Milan Cortina Winter Olympics. Inside the airport, crowds waited to cheer on Team USA after Sunday's 2-1 victory over Canada in overtime.
How does it feel to make history, brother?
Feels amazing. I couldn't be happier to do it for this country and with this special group of guys.
People of all ages were on hand to catch a glimpse of the hockey champions.
Watching it together, the bonding moment, and just support and rooting on our country was just incredible.
Very exciting. I'm probably going to tell it to my kids.
The momentous win came 46 years after Team USA beat the Soviet Union in the 1980 Miracle on Ice in Lake Placid, New York. Monday, as the American team signed autographs, some looked back and into the future.
I would say follow your dreams, because I wanted to be a U.S. Olympian. Hopefully now winning this gold medal can pave the way for this next generation.
Monday night in Miami, the Olympic hockey champs are set to continue their celebrations. Christian Benavidez, CBS News, Miami.
Still to come, the eyeglass collector everyone in Viroqua knows and loves.
How his work is changing lives around the world. Up next.
Tomorrow morning on News 8 Now this morning, Trump's tariffs ruled illegal, what that means for your wallet. Plus, Art's got some more snow on the way before we hit those spring temperatures. We'll see you at 5 a.m.
From clogged drains to new faucet installations, we've got you covered. Since 1994, we've served homeowners across the area to make sure their plumbing is done right. So call us today and see what done right looks like for your home's plumbing.
Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 3.9% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra heavy-duty models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Oh, restrooms that way. Stay hydrated, my fluter flautists. I love those for you. And you. I used to play clarinet. I was bad.
Get the bathroom you deserve at a price you can afford. Maxwell White Plumbing provides free estimates, quality materials, and expert installation. And for a limited time, offering financing with 0% interest for 48 months. So call today.
A Viroqua Lions Club member has his sight set on big goals for the club, collecting a record number of glasses for their eyeglass project in just a short amount of time. His enthusiasm for the mission, his sense of purpose he feels along the way, along with his sweet and congenial nature, makes Michael Stephen our February hometown hero.
82, 80. 84, 85 pairs of glasses.
A solid day of pickups for Michael Stephen, also known as the eyeglass collector of Viroqua Lions Club.
There are a lot of glasses today. That's awesome.
Yeah. I spent roughly 132 hours a month doing glasses.
Lengthy hours to achieve his goal of collecting 20,000 pairs of glasses for the club. Used eyeglasses are dropped off in buckets placed all over 15 area towns. Michael spends 7 days a week picking them up.
I had no idea I could collect 20,000.
He made the commitment to achieve this goal in 10 years, but that timeline got sped up.
I have collected 20,000 pairs of glasses in 4 years,
causing him to add more resources.
When I started out, there was only 5 buckets here in Viroqua, and I took it from 5 to 80.
What Michael has accomplished in such a short time span is no surprise to his friends and fellow Lions Club members.
Mike is intelligent. He figures things out really well, and systems that he can use that make collecting glasses easier.
The glasses are sorted by Mike.
I gotta look at every one of them.
Then he drives them to the Lions Club headquarters in Rochelle, Wisconsin once a month for inspection. After they've been cleaned and gone through a prescription check, they're given to people all over the world who don't have access to eye care. It's a fulfilling mission for Michael, who knows he can't do it alone.
A lot of times I go and I don't find anything in the bucket. Say, there's nothing in there. I say, well, Lord, I need help. The next thing you know, I go out and I find 3 buckets filled up.
And it definitely helps that he's Mr. Popular in town, too.
Mike is very personable. He is very approachable.
They see my band and they'll come over and they'll give me some glasses, or I'll go be eating someplace. They'll come in and give me glasses. Yeah.
A good thing, because with his new goal ahead of him, he's gonna need all the extra help he can get.
Maybe I can make 30. Maybe I can make 40. As long as my health stays good, I'm going to continue. 62, 63, 64.
And if you have used or new glasses that aren't broken or severely scratched, please consider donating them at one of the drop-off locations to help Michael in his mission. We'll have that link attached to this article. And if you know someone who's doing good works in your community, please nominate them to be our next hometown hero. Just go to news8000.com and click on the features tab. We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Yeah, we got milder conditions for Tuesday, but that comes along with some rain or snow, followed by much colder conditions on Wednesday. We'll time out the precipitation and then show you when we may hit 50 later in the week. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We see you out there coming up with original ideas, which is why you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, because you know that when inspiration stirs, we'll have what you need at prices that help make it happen. During our big pet care event, all dog and cat toys are 25% off. Assorted Blaine's brand pet food, $3 off. Rewards members save an extra $2 and get a free $15 gift card with every $100 spent on Purina pet products. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
Hi. Hi. Chocolate fundraiser.
With the Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
What if we had a better treatment for cancer? What if it could find and destroy your cancer cells, but avoid your healthy ones? And what if it allowed us to watch your cancer shrink more easily and accurately than ever before? Meaning personalized treatments, fewer side effects, and more more living. It's called Theranostics, and we're leading the charge, turning what-ifs into remarkable realities. UW Health Carbone Cancer Center. Remarkable.
A home you love. A business that endures. It takes your vision, your hard work, and your dedication to bring them to life. The right tools help. Case IH truly understands your vision and what you need to achieve it. That's why we build the equipment, the local dealer and service network, and the data and tech you want today and tomorrow. Because we don't just build our equipment to work. We build it to work for you.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar. For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
A historic blizzard slamming the Northeast today, bringing major cities to a standstill.
And Providence, Rhode Island set an all-time snowstorm record with almost 3 feet of snow. Places like Babylon on New York's Long Island saw record accumulations with at least 30 inches. This nor'easter is now one of the 10 biggest storms in New York City history.
We are plowing streets and doing everything we can to keep our roadways clear so that emergency vehicles can get through. These are dangerous conditions.
That storm also canceling more than 11,000 flights since Sunday.
Well, we missed the snow, but we still have the cold.
Yep, cold as
ever.
But we might have a few days of doing this a little bit temperature-wise. Let's get the details from Greg.
Yeah, typically we start to see this more in March as we get starting into that month, as back and forth with big temperature swings throughout it as we start the month of March in the 30s. By the end, you're almost in the average temps in the 50s. So this is just the beginning. So we do have some snow opportunities, unlike obviously they saw out east. But as it comes through tomorrow, typically you could see maybe up to an inch, potentially at Eau Claire, a little bit higher as you go further north, maybe 2. It's a brief window opportunity, far less as you go further south. Maybe a ½ inch at the most at La Crosse, but I don't see much or that further southwest, because a lot of this may actually mix with rain at the time when it comes through, given our temperatures are going to be close to freezing. Now, if you look at the next event, that one has been trending further south. It's going to be a narrow band, potentially over 4 inches, probably somewhere in that neighborhood. But right now, the best chance, or at least possibility, not even most likely yet, is probably just south of Decorah to Prairie du Chien. So it's in that swap that we might see potentially up to 4 or more. We will see a little bit of snow get all the way up, probably closer to I-90 at La Crosse. Not expecting a lot. This is really Wednesday night into early Thursday, so we'll keep an eye on this to see if it doesn't kind of lift back north. But right now the trend has been continuing to keep it down in that neck of the woods. So overall, for conditions for tomorrow, if you're along basically I-90 by Eau Claire to Black River Falls, it's really in that time frame in the late morning when you'll see that snow band come through. Once again, temperatures will be warming during the period. The rate of snow is not going to be that impressive, but once again, towards the noon hour, you might see some slick spots here and there, especially on side roads. In the afternoon, it's going to get well towards freezing, so anything on roads mainly will probably be melting by that point as temperatures climb, about 32, 33 for that. Now, I-90 is a little bit different here. We have that chance because our temperatures are going to be closer to freezing here to be a little wintry mix. We're talking maybe some ice pellets, rain, or snow. Once again, not a lot of accumulation, and road surfaces, main ones will likely be wet, but that could impact the noon commute around the area. Temperatures, once again, will be getting up to about 34, 35. So anything on the roads by the evening commute shouldn't be a problem as it gets out of here. And really, if you time it out here, it's going to be a fairly quick burst of snow coming through. You even might see some sunshine early in the morning before clouds begin to really thicken once again. The wind will be the story, as I mentioned earlier in broadcast, out of the south before the system comes through. Slowly, eventually, here comes that band that's going to be mainly snow for areas that are probably closer to Eau Claire, but as it comes through, you might see a little bit of a mix just southwest of Eau Claire. That's what we're projecting to come down and potentially provide a little bit of opportunity. You can see around 9 to 10, it's right up in Eau Claire area. By 10 to about noon, it comes through about lacrosse, but you see the tail end of it really starts falling apart. So the further south and west you go, the more likely you're going to see any significant precipitation with this. But it will come through 1 to 2 p.m. It really, by the time you get to 3, it's pushed east of the area. So that's the good news. Should be impacting the evening commute. Temperatures, once again, will still be close above freezing or near it toward the evening commute, and will start to clear out a little bit. Now, the winds, as mentioned, they're going to be pretty gusty in the morning out of the south, the head of the system. They'll start turning around a little bit to the west towards noon, kind of come down a little bit in speed, and then turn right back around towards the afternoon to the west, northwest, and be a little gusty towards the evening commute too. This could create a little bit of a drifting problem where you have snow that's on the ground, so that could also create a few slick spots. But all in all, not a huge impactful event. The bigger news behind this is the colder temps. We're going to be back to what we were today, really, mainly in the 20s with some sunshine with a northwest wind. Then we have that snow coming back in, potentially for some areas south of I-90. Otherwise, there's your 50 almost on Friday, but a cold front comes through, brings us right back down to the 20s with maybe some snow opportunities Saturday. And we're keeping more of a close eye as we go into Monday, as a system could produce a band that could impact the area at some point there too. So back and forth, back and forth. Friday won't last long. It's going to be just a brief opportunity.
All right, an interesting week ahead, it looks like.
Yeah, it's going to be March type. We're getting into that season.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, a battle for the Scenic Bluffs crown. Bangor hosting Royal. Plus, the stage is set. The Black River Falls wrestling star ready to defend her state title. Kate is next.
A morning show that's built just for you. Headlines, weather, and just the right amount of fun.
We're gonna try to sled here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Sledding.
Oh my God! This is actually really good. Oh no!
News 8 Now this morning. We'll see you when you wake up.
Well, when they came to install things, they were very timely. They were very professional and told us exactly how long we would be without water, which was helpful to plan. You know, they came in, did the job, they left, you didn't even know they were there.
Hannah had like a huge problem. This year, her style screamed back row, but her eyesight and her mother still said front. That's where her optometrist, Dr. Beth, came in with glasses that worked for both. Shopco Optical. Hannah focused since 2026. People focused since 1978.
See the USA in your Chevrolet. America's asking you to call. Drive your Chevrolet through the USA. America's the greatest land of all.
Get 1.9% financing on this Silverado LT. Or get $5,350 total value plus $3,500 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across from my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Maxwell White Water Conditioning is the Coulee region's trusted leader in water conditioning. From hardness to chlorine to iron, we eliminate it all for cleaner and healthier water. When you need the best, call the experts. Call Maxwell White.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
She keeps it calm in the wrestling room, but her effort on the mat speaks louder than any words. Black River Falls phenom Riley Hanrahan is one of the premier high school wrestlers in the country, and this week she's on the hunt for her second state title.
You know what UFC is? That's what I thought it was at first. I was so scared. Yeah, and then I came into the practices and I really enjoyed it. If I didn't wrestle, I thought I would be a totally different person.
10 years old and brand new to the sport, Riley Hanrahan knew nothing about wrestling. Now, as a junior at Black River Falls, she's considered one of the best in the country.
I was still brand new to wrestling. I think it was like 2 years in. And I went there and I I just kept smashing everybody, and I ended up winning.
Back in April, Riley took second at the U17 World Team Trials. Fast forward to the fall, and she stamped herself as the best in the country at her weight by winning Flow Wrestling's Who's Number 1.
Felt really good to get my title back and prove everybody wrong. Everybody is out to get you, and then the other parts everybody looks up to you and thinks you're the greatest thing.
Inside the Black River Falls wrestling room, Riley has become a driving force, pushing teammates and even acting like an extra coach.
Forget how many girls we had, so she had to wrestle some of the boys, and she was beating up on most of them. And she's coaching them as much as we are. She's been in a lot of different places with a lot of different coaches, and she's definitely bringing a lot of stuff and a lot of excitement into the room.
With the sport surging in popularity around the country and here in Wisconsin, Riley is helping lead the way.
Just having someone in our community to really be kind of on the top of the podium and top of the country, really, it definitely brings excitement to not only girls wrestling in the area, but to our particular team and our school.
Hardest part is stepping on the mat. So, and then from there you take off, just like I did.
From Black River Falls, Riley Hanrahan.
From a nervous 10-year-old to a two-time state hopeful and national number 1, Riley isn't just winning matches, she's helping shape the future of wrestling in Wisconsin. Riley's next stop is in Madison on Thursday for the first round of the state tournament. After that, her goal only grows, qualifying for the world team when the trials roll around in April. Also this week, the girls basketball postseason begins and the boys basketball regular season comes to an end. Conference titles are being decided, and tonight we've got a battle for the Scenic Bluffs. Bangor can force a three-way tie with a win, and Royal could clinch outright. Just under halfway through the first half, it's Dylan Velasquez draining a 3. Panthers up 4. Bangor showing some fight though as Brody Edwards sinks the corner 3. It's now tied. Then a little later, Dane Langer getting the tough bucket for 2 and the lead, but it was Royal in the second half as Trey Wilds is able to get the three-point play the hard way, and it's the Panthers taking this one 76-68, clinching the Scenic Bluffs title. Well, after dropping a game on the road earlier in the week, the Badgers bounced back with a big win against Iowa yesterday afternoon. Now, Wisconsin did fall out of the top 25, but they're showing why they can be a dangerous team come March, starting with Nick Boyd, who posted a near triple-double against the Hawkeyes, showing why he's one of the best guards in the Big Ten this season.
I love to compete, you know what I mean? That's the whole reason why I came here. Play against the best guys in the country, whether it's point guard, shooting guard, center, whoever it is, you know. That's the reason why I came to the Big Ten, so, yeah, I love to compete. It's the name of the game.
So with 4 games to go in the regular season, the Badgers are in 6th place in the Big Ten standings. They'll hit the road for a West Coast road trip, taking on Oregon on Wednesday, then at Washington on Saturday. They'll come back home to host Maryland on March 4th and wrap up the season at Purdue on the 7th. Now, all this basketball talk, getting me excited for March, maybe doing some scouting, getting some brackets made, but we were talking about it earlier. This season is so wide open. There are so many good teams that they'll have to go through.
Yeah, I mean, the Big Ten has been very loaded. Houston and the rest of Big 12, that's a really hard conference to, I mean, there's a lot of teams who could legitimately make a Final Four run.
Okay. Maybe no 16 or 15 or 14 seeds making a run. I think those teams
I think those days are over, yeah, unfortunately.
Sounds like it's going to be a March Madness. Yeah. All right. We have more news right after this.
Did you touch the thermostat? Did you turn it up?
Of course not. Did somebody fiddle with the thermostat?
Dude, it's 85 degrees.
85? Do you have any idea what a couple degrees will do to our gas bill?
Why is it so hot here?
Someone turned up the heat.
What do you think you're doing?
I like to sleep with my window open. You are not supposed to touch the thermostat.
The hot, crispy filet o fish. You either love it or you haven't tried it yet.
Hurry in and get 2 Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for just $7.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers, so switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite.
And now switch to T-Mobile and get free phones for $0 down. Plus 4 lines for only $25 per month per line.
Better service, better price, win-win.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger.
You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
That to-do list isn't going to do itself. That's where the 2026 Motor Trend Truck of the Year Ford Maverick comes in. Agile, nimble, equipped for wherever you go, and capable of taking what you need. Ford Maverick, turning a to-do list into a to-done list. Now get $2,500 bonus cash on a new Ford Maverick. See your local Northland Ford dealers today.
You want to feel important, to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
We know. We felt that way too.
And that's why we joined the Army National Guard. Take on your legacy.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
You may eventually age out of a lot of things, but one woman is proving billiards isn't one of them.
Nope. At 98 years old, Maggie Kennedy is still chalking up her pool cue. And she doesn't just play for fun, she's competitive. In fact, Kennedy is preparing to fly to Vegas for the BCA Nationals tournament.
She'll get there in style because her friends at Rax Billiards in Stuart, Florida, they chipped in to upgrade her flight to first class. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, Kennedy became the oldest competitive pool player in 2021 when she was 94 years old.
Wow, first class indeed. Good for her.
Right?
Like that's got to keep you sharp too. That
yeah,
focus,
it's a game,
that
it's a game
strategy.
of angles too.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of triangles in that game. Lots of triangles. But best of luck to her. Yeah, maybe she can break more work records there. Who knows? But I think if you keep a lifelong package, that's lifelong passion. That's a good key to longevity.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Get the bathroom you deserve at a price you can afford. Maxwell White Plumbing provides free estimates, quality materials, and expert installation. And for a limited time, offering financing with 0% interest for 48 months. So call today.
This one, Grandpa.
What are you drawing?
I draw me walking a dog if I had a dog.
Where's my donut?
I have no idea.
I like your drawings.
Thank you.
Dutch Boy. It's only paint. It's only paint that goes on easy with a super smooth finish. It's only paint that battles even the toughest challenges, like keeping that neon orange under wraps. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who started that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only durable, dependable, change your life both professionally and romantically. Dutch Boy Paint.
So that no matter what mess you brought into this church today, no matter what addiction and what struggle, no matter how many times you've doubted God or questioned God, that because of Jesus Christ, God's not holding it over your head. Instead, there is this amazing grace, there is this unconditional love that you and I can say, God doesn't just put up with us. God loves us.
Join Pastor Mike Novotny each Sunday. Watch Time of Grace on Channel 8, WKBT.
It's time to nominate your favorite business for Best of La Crosse County. Make your nominations in each category now through March 9th. The top 5 in each category will move on to the final round. Go to bestoflacrossecounty.com.
Presented by River Valley Remodelers.
At Cordell's Automotive, we fix everything from oil changes to engine repairs. Our expert team is here for you. With 7 convenient locations, quality service is always close to home. Book your appointment today at cordellsauto.net. Cordell's Automotive, keeping you on the road with confidence.
If you have aging or cracked sewer lines that need to be replaced, choose Maxwell White. We make sewer replacements a stress-free process and make sure your lines are good to go for many years to come. For a limited time only, we're offering financing with 0% interest for 48 months. So call today.
Well, it's some rain or so tomorrow, mild, but it gets colder on Wednesday, and we kind of go back and forth Thursday and Friday, but a cold weekend looks more bet too, once again.
All right, that'll do it for us tonight at 10.
We'll see you tomorrow.